What's up, Nerd Castle? Welcome back to Invisible Ink. So I opted to roll back the last turn using one of our 3 rewinds, and I've decided to try something a little bit differently. I don't know if it's going to work. It all kind of depends on the patrol patterns that they decide to adopt. However, I think that it'll work out a little bit better. It rewinded farther back than I thought it would, actually. I wish that it rewinded you back to the beginning of your turn rather than the beginning of the last turn, because it ends up making you redo a lot of things. If you wanted to undo like a minor thing that you did on a later turn, you've actually got to replay like a big chunk of it. But anyways, let's find out what happens here. It's going to depend where these guys all end up.
We're having a look around here.
Okay, so they're over there. Decker could take him right now. She could not. So she's going to come over here. Eliminate that door. This side, Decker's going to make a new friend, Cuddles! And now that the electrical cuddles have been distributed, we drag him to the side, we drop him, and we close the door for right now. Yeah, that'll work. This game is like intensely cerebral, so I want to apologize if I fall silent during the course of this playthrough. It's just because like you've actually got to think, and while my brain is drawing oxygen for speaking, I'm really bad at thinking, and so, you know, I apologize. There's just not much I can do about it. So that guard went over there. Is there a guard in here by any chance? Oh, there's not. Well then, that means we might be able to play a little game of buck right here if we wanted to play quite dastardly, I guess. Go to there, and then go to there. And let's see what happens. Actually, it looks like they gave us a free way out. We might be able to get the hell out of here pretty easily. We have an elite enforcer coming in. That means that he has armor on him, but since we have an armor-piercing weapon, it's actually not that big of a deal. Oh, and he knows our location? Oh, shit. Is it just him that knows? Oh, they all know our location. Oh, balls. Okay, so that means it's time to get the hell out of here. Right now. I don't know if she's going to make it. It's going to be close for her. I probably should have got the door on the way out, but she'll be able to get into here, I think. Oh, he's got like some kind of scanny thing. Oh, that's super lame. That's incredibly unfortunate. Either way, we're out of here. And we didn't have any cleanup costs. If you kill people, you got to pay a cleaner. So let's get up in the elevator. We got what we came for. I think it was a lucrative mission. I think it's a mission that even though things went kind of southwards, we were in really, really good shape. Like, we were going to complete the mission by the end of the alarm 3, but we hit that locked door, which made us go back and clear the entire level by knocking out everybody to try and find the key. If you have an anarchy character, you can get around that. If you have high anarchy, you can actually steal from enemies without knocking them out. You can pickpocket them, but we don't have that guy yet. So really, our only option was to wake up the whole facility by causing a whole bunch of violence. And I guess we didn't cause violence. We were the cause of violence, but still. Let's get the hell out of here.
Stow that gear in the secure hold while we're in flight. I wouldn't want it going off accidentally.
You never want your tool to go off accidentally. 0 cleanup costs. We got all the safes but 1. We did hack a lot of good stuff right there. We got ourselves anatomy analysis, which is going to be really, really nice. What is this? The cost of purchases. Okay, so that makes sense. I was like, wait, $650? What happened there? Okay, so now I know. Never mind. Let's see. We got ourselves the Volt Disruptor, which allows us to take out some big dudes if we need to. What we need to get now is a gun for Decker because he's got anatomy analysis. Until he has a firearm that he can use on enemies, unfortunately, being able to kill them is not that helpful. I think synopsis is looking okay. With 1,800 credits left, I think it's a smart idea. Well, can you upgrade these at all? No? Okay, so Incognita's badass. She's just made out of like lines and stuff. She got like that whole faceless drone thing going on. I dig it. I like the design of the character. I like the design of all the characters in this game, though. If there's one thing you can say about Klei, it's that they always come up with really interesting if not compelling anyways. I found the characters to be really compelling in Don't Starve. In this game, they're a bunch of spies, so their background is somewhat limited, so it's difficult for them to be compelling, but I still think they're all cool, and I like the way that each of their skill sets is different, and they can complement each other, and they have weird synergies and things that you can find between the way that their abilities interact. I think that upgrading her ability to run around is probably a good idea, because she has been just lagging behind Decker the whole time, and so that looks good to me. Let's go to Mission Select.
I think we're getting somewhere. Monster will explain.
You guys are good at covering your tracks. You've been hitting the corpse for years, but they've never been able to follow you home. I guess they were too distracted fighting each other to bother. Or maybe you were considered a useful pawn. Enemy of my enemy and all that.
What we do well.
Well, you must have finally done something to get their undivided attention. They were able to pinpoint your HQ by linking their surveillance nets. That's unprecedented. Not for the usual bullshit political reasons, but because of the sheer computational power required. They must have an ungodly powerful network hidden out there somewhere.
One that could host incognita.
Right. If you put your AI on that network, it would have an incredible degree of access.
Enough to wipe their security records and put Invisible back underground.
Ha. More like enough to force them underground, and who knows what else. As I said, it would be incredible. But that's jumping ahead. We have to find it first. They're still looking for you, but they're not hiding the fact anymore. Each time you do an infiltration, the global SecNet lights up like a Christmas tree. Do that enough times, and we should be able to cross-reference the traffic and find the location of the root node.
And then we can strike back. Well then, it's time for us to poke the bear.
Right in its eye hole. Hey, don't blink the cursor at me. I know the transmission's done. Like, hey, end the conversation. We want to play the game more. End the conversation. Okay, so at the end of the first day, yeah, it looks like they actually do accelerate the security, so we made the right call. There's a Plastech vault. You never want to go to a vault unless they've changed it. So how this works is you have to go to a chief financial suite. You kidnap the CEO, you brain scan him, that creates a security card, and then you take that to a vault. And if you do that, there's a huge payoff and you make a lot of money. Cybernetics lab, if you go to a cybernetics lab, you get free augments. Kind of useful, but considering we only have one augment slot, you can either give yourself more augment slots, or B, you can get augments for those slots, but they're randomly generated, and sometimes you go to all the effort of trying to clear one of these places, and you get a really, really shitty augment, and it's just not worth the effort that you went through to get there, so things to think about. There's a nanofab vestibule. The nanofab vestibule, what that does is it actually has a nanofabricator that has a higher degree of access. So basically there's a super nanofab there. It's a store that has like tons and tons of stuff. Not a bad call if you have a lot of money, but since we don't, kind of leaves something to be desired. So it'll take us 6 hours to get to the financial suite, 12 to get to the vault, that's 18, which leaves us with 6 to get back to the nanofab, and so I don't think we have time to do what I wanted to do right there, which was bing, bing, bing. However, we could get a freebie from Sankaku Security Dispatch. Things to consider. Executive terminals are on these sides. Those are going to unlock new missions for us. We don't have enough money to make it worth it to go after a nanofab right now, so I'm thinking the only logical place to go is to Colombo to try and knock this out and see if maybe we can get a piece of freebie gear.
The security office just got a priority shipment from a nearby weapons shop. Looks like they might be testing some new gear there. Let's steal it.
You can go with more info. Oh, never mind. That's like a new tab and I didn't know what it did. So I figured since we're doing like this little Impressions 1.0 series, I should click all the tabs and like, you know, infiltrate all the things. Insert my mind into as many different like concepts and random areas as I can. Let's infiltrate. Let's go. I don't know where this is going, but honestly, I think it's a little bit rambly. She's super awesome. She can attack multiple times in a turn, so she can like dual wield weapons. She wrecks people's face off, but other than that, she's not that useful. But she's pretty good in a fight. Like if you had to get into a scrap, she's the one you want there. Okay. Let's have a look. That room's looking pretty clear, and on the plus side, we've already found the exit, so, you know, if we have to get the hell out of here, it's an option. That room is covered. Get rid of the camera. It looks like that room is only going to be useful as a guard spawn-in point. So the next thing I would be tempted to do is to step in through here. And so now we've got to deal with demons. And since you haven't heard about demons, what demons are is they're basically these little AI programs that protect the locations that we're trying to hack. So let's say that I tried to go in and hack a turret. It might have a demon on it, and when I detonate the demon, something bad's going to happen. So for example, all the firewalls in like a 10 square radius might go up by +3. Or it might put off an EMP blast, which makes it unable for me to use any abilities or hack for 2 turns. Like, it's bad. In general, I don't set off demons if I can help it. They're called demons for a reason. They are a big, big problem. I think it's actually safer to leave him right there. Turn 1 is up. It sounds like we got somebody back and behind. Okay. So he's got himself a little bit nicer of a suit. They allowed him to come to work not looking like he was going to drink coffee all day. Let's take a look in here. We've got a scan bot right there. Scan bots, it's up to you whether or not you want to hack them. I tend to hack them to get them out of the way, just because they set off an alarm if they see you, and then they also follow you and they feed your information to other locations. But they're a little bit of a pain. You probably want to hack them and just sort of like move around and do what you can. I don't know what that means right there, that one shield. I think that means that it's armored. If I try and destroy it, it's not going to work out very well. She can hack that right there. So the wireless hack having taken place. There's a laser field right there. Activates a security demon. Does it ping our location? That's all that I'm actually, in reality, super worried about. If it doesn't ping our location, who cares? Let's close that door right there so that nobody notices. And then we'll continue our little excursion. Our little foray, if you will, our 5A. More like a 4C, if you will, into enemy territory. I have no clue where we're going, by the way. Looks like we have motion detectors or sound detectors on the floor. That means you can't run in this room. There's quite an escalation, as you may have noticed already. Like, the new things that they add with each difficulty level are pretty numerous. Like, there's a lot of things that can come at you. What does that control? It's a demon database. He's in cover right now, so that's still looking okay to me. We get to control this little guy for another turn. So why not have him just scope things out? We have a elite guard right there, and he's guarding the room that we need to get into. But we do have the thing that goes through armor and can knock him out. It looks like he's enjoying a game of, I don't know, like Pong or something up there on the wall. Like 3D Pong from the future. Same great Pong, different great year. I've got very few options right now for how I want to advance. Demon database is not going to help me. I actually think that tackling this guy might be one of our few plans for the future. Let's take him. He's got a cred chip, but no security card. Check the door real fast. What does that control? It controls probably this right here, but it's got a demon on it. We don't really need to go that way. Our objective is right here, and the level exit is right here. So if we can avoid... I mean, there's extra stuff over there, obviously. If you wanted to make a little bit of money, go for it. If you're feeling brave, but... as it stands right now, there's not necessarily any true reason for us to head that way. Get both safes. He didn't have the key card, which leads me to believe I'm about to knock out this guy. He seems like the kind of guy that would have the security clearance to have the card that we need. We've mind controlled that for long enough, but power is looking a little bit skimp. You get a better view off right there? Like, what's in there? A safe and that's it? Okay, close the door back up. And I don't know if you want to start dragging a dude off in a different direction, but it might be a wise idea. We'll end our turn. I don't think you can disable this bot. But what we can do is re-hack him. Oh, that's right, they reboot for a turn. I forgot about that. I'm going to take her into here, because she's going to have to do the deed on this guy. Loot the first safe, make a little bit of cash. Bring him along with us, I guess, so that I can keep him permanently pinned. Just drag along behind. You can call him Drag Along Daka with his. That's not like a fedora. I don't know what that thing's called. It kind of reminds me of the Heisenberg hat, but it's not. Maybe it is a fedora. It doesn't look bent enough to be a fedora though, so I don't know. Well, wait a minute. Once that thing turns back on, obviously we'll have some stuff to think about. Rehack it just to make sure that it's all nice and done and over with. We'll take him over here. Nobody suspects the robot of doing anything sinister, interestingly enough. Got that guard up right there. Realistically, the goal now is to get her into cover in that spot. We need to continue dragging. Oh, I need this to happen right here first, so we'll open that door. Then we'll put that in drag mode. We'll go over to here. Drop him, close the door so that we can keep him pinned non-stop. End the turn. He's going to go back into his little room. We're going to have to wait for him to come out, unfortunately. That activates a security demon. Not going to matter, really, if, well... We need the generator to go. Let's do it now. A fractal demon. What the hell does that do? Well, it didn't detonate. Maybe it just introduced a new demon into the room? We can hope anyways. For right now, what I need from her is to just hang tight right here. And she's actually, hang tight right there now that you have the extra clearance. I feel better about that spot. I want to move the robot as far into this other room as possible before I consider anything else. He'll be shut down for another turn, so it's not that big of a deal. Does she have enough power to activate this thing? Takes 5 power. Okay, we're good. For you, continue to drag along, I guess. And see, this one turned out, this mission right here is an example of RNG actually working very much to our favor. It went almost perfectly. So if she goes to right there, we should be able to take this guy out. Alright, Captain's been eliminated. Hopefully he has the card. He does not have the card. So this becomes a major...
Operator, I think we've caught them mid-interrogation.
Yikes. Who are you? Hostage 21. You're not one of them.
This courier is a missing persons report. His contractor has a reward for intact data recovery. Feel like being a good Samaritan, operator?
I do, because I'm a nice guy like that. He looks badass, though. I wish that he was a real character. So normally I would negate this issue. There's a character who can unlock doors by default. You should always take her. It's insanely overpowered because we'd be done with this mission right now if indeed we had done that. But we're not, because we still got to track down the guy who has the key. And so as you can see, this becomes a major problem for us. We're still doing pretty well as far as the alarm is concerned. And I'll probably leave the courier back here to just sit on this guy's face. I wish we had a better plan, though. Unfortunately, we don't. So, there's a reward. I think you get like 500 credits for bringing him back. I don't remember exactly what you get, but you get something. Like, there is some bonus for bringing him back and getting him all nice and taken care of. So, wireless scanner has located something. Oh, never mind. It's a sound bug. Okay. I'm going to leave the robot down for right now. Let me drop you. Check this safe for a second. Got another cloaking rig right there. I'm going to take it. We can hand it off to our other operative in just a moment. That's actually a pretty powerful piece of gear. What does it do? You get invisible, whereas that one's for... Okay, so the cooldown's a little bit quicker. Alright, well, we can hand those off. So she needs to come back and meet with him now. Whereas the courier, we're just going to have you sit on top of that guy right there and make sure he don't go nowhere. Extra operative will be helpful for right now. We'll end the turn right there. Really sort of wishing I wasn't out of options here, but I figured since he was better equipped, he would have the stuff that we needed. Guess that's what I get for figuring, huh? Open that on up. I need her to come back this way. We're going to hand off items. Let's give her the cloaking rig so that they now both have pretty much the exact same kit out. Drag this little bastard over to here. And he just had to have the bacon cheeseburger right before I had to haul his ass all over the map, didn't he? We'll close that door down real fast. He doesn't have enough AP left to do what I want him to do, so he'll just have to chill up there for a little while. I could extract right now and just call it a bunk and make the money because we got a cloaking unit out of it, which is actually pretty important. Let's take Decker down and in. This guard right here is important because he might have our key. I'm going to have her face sit for a minute. It's okay. He'll probably enjoy it. As long as everybody's happy with the current configuration of allocated duties. Okay, so now he's in cover so nothing can see him and he can wiggle around a little bit if he needs to. We only have to get him back to the elevator, so it's not that big of a deal. Okay. Shouldn't matter. Shouldn't. Let's hack that now rather than later so that we don't have to worry about it further on down the pipeline. If you've got cover right there, go ahead and use it. And then we'll just wait this out. Unfortunately, since I have nobody that can pickpocket, I have to knock out everybody. Like, I have to. I have no choice here. There it is. So we got the pass card. Now that we have the pass card, the goal of the day... There's no motion sensors around here, right? Okay, go. Oh, we had a sound detection? Where? Oh, there was one on the floor right there. Damn it. I couldn't see it because of the camera. Urgh. That would have been one of those times where playing with the walls down would have been a really smart decision. Well, things are going pretty well, though. I mean, it's not bad right now. It's not bad, so keep that in mind. Things are not as horrible as they might seem. Once I unlock this, I'll probably drop the key and we'll just head for the elevator, maybe. We've been able to keep everybody pinned largely throughout the entire engagement, so... feeling solid about our prospects. There's a security door right there, and so we may end up with a guard behind us, unfortunately. It looks like a robot came to investigate the sound bug. Decker, I need you in here right now.
There's the lockbox. Even if we can't use the contents, we can sell them.
Alright, we'll drop the key right there for right now. And on the next turn, we'll start to get people positioned to get the hell out of here. Consider, what the hell is that? An Obake drone? What does an Obake drone do? Oh, it locates targets behind cover? Ooh. Can't hack him either. Well, you have me at a disadvantage, sir. Madam. Whatever you prefer to be. Decker, get up in there and get me some advanced tech. What do we have? 190 credits and a Neural Disruptor 3. So it's got 2 armor piercing and it works the exact same as our other disruptor. Good.
The item
Awesome.
is resting on a pressure plate, and they know it's been moved. Guards are coming your way.
Of course they are. Of course they are. Alright, let's get everybody into defensive positions. We'll equip that real fast. Put her on ambush. We don't have a lot of distance to cover, but it might be dangerous distance. Okay, new guards in play. For right now, my goal for this turn is to get as many people down and out this way as I can. Close that door off. We'll pin this guard. He's the most disposable out of everybody, so if he dies, no biggie. You just don't want these guys to die. They should all be going after the pressure plate, so we should have a reasonably sizable opening right here, maybe. That sounds like it would be an insult, but like, you, madam, have a reasonably sizable opening. Like, it seems like the sort of thing that would get you punched at a dinner party. Go there. Close the door. Why do your hands glow, man? Do you have some kind of cool, like, killer kung fu you haven't let the rest of us know about? Because if so, we could definitely use some kung fu right now. That Obake drone is going to be trouble for us, so I'm going to get rid of him right now. Rather than oh, he's kind of adorable. I sort of want one in my living room. You could like mount a PlayStation into him, and then his head could be a projector, so it could be on any surface. See, why has this not been a thing so far? Like, it's a little robot drone, and you use a remote control, and you slide the PlayStation into it. It's got an HDMI out. You plug that in. It's got a little head that you can aim around with the remote, and you can project onto any wall. Oh, it'd be so expensive, but so awesome. These are the terrible ideas that Splattercat has. Speaking of which, that's my intellectual property. You can't do that now. No backsies. No backsies. I invented it. It's officially a Splattercat invention. You can't go all Edison on me. Okay, and so now it's time to go. It is 100% time to get the hell out of Dodge, especially since that guard's going to be looking around. Ew. We have problems. I'm not sure if I can bail him out. It's heavily dependent on a couple of different factors. If we lose him, no biggie. But I could go to there, he'll overwatch, then I could sneak to there, but on the next turn the same thing's going to happen right there, unless I go to there. Then when he overwatches there, I could sneak around behind the desk, Decker can come up and knock him the hell out. Might be worth a try. I mean, we've got rewinds. It's not that big of a deal.
Hey, damn it, they got away.
Probably could have closed the door while I was over there too. Balls.
What was that?
Oh no. Yeah, so I was wondering if something like that would happen. That's gonna be an issue. And we got guards coming in from this. Oh, is it an Obake drone? Okay, that's not so bad.
Damn it, they got away.
He got away. We lost him. He got away. Let's assume for a moment that I can get him to there. God, this is going to be the trickiest extraction ever.
Investigating the area. What was that? Investigating.
No, Obake drone, no! Why would you betray me like that, you adorable little robot bastard? You're so cute and cuddly.
Investigating.
Why would you do these things to me? Oh, so he was already overwatched. Like, that's that.
Damn it, there goes any bonus. We will discuss this further in debriefing.
Okay, let's rewind real fast. I don't know if it's going to help or not, but we can try. I think part of it depends. So, like, for example... Actually, yeah, I can make this work. Just cloaking rig it. Like, why am I even worrying about this? So if I close that door, that eliminates the problem altogether, and then we just repeat the exact same strategy that we did. So to there, to there, and then to there.
Looking around. What was that?
Yeah, we should be alright. It was just me having to, like, finagle with things. Unless he opens that door right there. So what did we learn today? Always close the doors. Bye, guys. I stole your stuff. Zoom.
Good job, team. We should be able to stabilize him in the jet. I'm sure his contractor will be rather thankful.
The way he was rubbing his ass on those guards, I think he's pretty stable already. Anyways, my name is Splattercat. Thank you for joining me here at the Nerd Castle for the next episode of Invisible Inc. I will see you all in the future. Hi, do, and I'll see you there.